Hey folks, my name is Jordan James. I'm the product manager for the code creation team. I want to briefly walk through our priorities and plans for 17.5 milestone. We have three main priorities we're going to focus on. First is rollout of the cultural model for code completion. Uh, we've been working through an internal evaluation of both the latency and quality. We think it's a really promising model. And one other upside is it has a larger context window than our current code completion model called CodeGecko. And we think that context window will be really important to support initiatives that will help us improve model response quality by adding context from current or additional files in the repo or maybe across the entire repository. The other priority for us is rolling out our new X-ray service. X-ray is currently supported by a CI job. It looks for dependencies, maybe other libraries that help inform the code suggestions we provide. Customers have to kind of configure and manage that CI job, and it also consumes their compute minutes. And so we're going to move it into more of a worker paradigm, make it easier to operate, and ultimately not make the customer feel like they're getting double charged by paying for Duo and then also having to consume compute minutes. So focusing on finalizing that work and rolling out this new service. And then as more of an operational task, we want to have better resiliency and a clear kind of failover run book. If we ever had a sustained outage for a particular model or provider, we would know how to go quickly fail over to either a different provider or a different model so we can ensure our customers have an uninterrupted experience in code suggestions. So some of our main themes that map to these priorities is improving quality through context. I did want to acknowledge we have several team members who are contributing to the AI context task force. That work's really being managed through that dedicated task force, so just acknowledging it here. I mentioned quickly this X-ray priority, really migrating away from that CI job into our new worker, getting that rolled out. We do also have Spike queued up that's investigating how we might extend logic around abstract syntax trees to potentially improve the quality of code completions, perhaps by better understanding where in code or what a line in code is focused on, maybe focusing a code completion around just the specific function, how it recognizes a particular method or class. There's some basic logic we use with ASTs today that is really foundational, but we think we can be matured to improve the quality of code completions. And then, as I mentioned, one of the other top priorities is really executing this cultural rollout. There's a few items related to prereqs to make sure that it's behaving consistent with the entire experience we've designed and implemented thus far, which will enable us to go work through that rollout. And I also mentioned, of course, this kind of failover task, this operational focus on ensuring we have uptime for our customers. A little bit more miscellaneous work. We have a couple of bugs that we want to address. And then we do have a couple of maintenance tasks. We've been working to queue up a research study around understanding the trade-offs of model latency versus accuracy. Would customers be willing to have a little bit slower latency for a better response from the model? There is some prerequisite work that we need to do to go execute that study. So we're interested in pushing that forward. And then we also have been working on some guides internally so we can more efficiently run through model evaluation, both our overall process and the exact implementation steps to support that. Last but not least, we have a few items we want to tidy up around telemetry and analytics, specifically having better insight into our global or region-based segments so we could go understand globally our latency profile, understand if, say, customers in the US have similar latency profiles as those in Europe or APAC or vice versa. And similarly, understand all the metrics we look at today, request volume, acceptance rate. We have only limited visibility on how to segment those based on the region today. And then a few more of these items are really just improving our ability to go troubleshoot or investigate issues. And we want to ensure we have good telemetry that helps us quickly get to the root cause of issues that we see. So last one I'll call out here is more generative research that I'm working with the research team on, just to really think about how we could expand code creation above and beyond code suggestions in the future. I think we have clarity on kind of the problem spaces or customer goals that code suggestions are serving today, but we really want to think about a broader vision for code creation that certainly will continue to include code suggestions, but may extend above and beyond code suggestions. So think we have a lot of high impact work planned for 17.5. As always, welcome your feedback and thanks for taking a look at this.